And now, another Rock Sports Network presentation.
Beautiful Fort Myers, Florida, hosting the best pickleball players in the world as they join together and vie for international bragging rights. It's the Pickleball Mania World Championship, and the broadcast starts now.
Peter Jensen here, and I am excited to bring to you the finals with number 1 player in the world, Ben Johns, against top 10 player, Pickleball. And they're going to get started here shortly, and here we go. And there's Deacle out of the gate with a first shot winner. And he'll be serving 1-0. I'm also joined in the Pickleball Mania booth here with Jan David. Jan, we have had an exciting day here. Your daughter, by the way, congratulations. Your daughter just beat Corinne in the women's exhibition match in the singles. That was exciting.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you for having me here as well.
Well, we're at an undisclosed location here in Naples. But thanks for having us. You know, Jan, you and I have had some time this week. We'll try to talk as much as we can in between points.
Sure.
And give the game the respect it needs. But you and I had a chance to talk about your involvement with the game. Wow, that was some point there, huh? Finesse-powered strategy.
Yeah.
Talked about your involvement in the game, and you're like, I thought my vision or involvement in the game in terms of here in the United States was big, but you're on a global level. You're seeing some things in the pickleball, the growth of the sport on a global level, especially over in Asia. You're just over there for a long time. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you see the sport going.
Well, I mean, I'm born in Slovakia in Europe, and I'm actually Canadian as well, so that gives me a little bit different perspective, you know, as and most of the people living here in this country. So
good point by Deke.
Yeah, so obviously this sport was created or started in America, and we are all happy for that, but especially recently it just grows internationally.
Yeah, we're going to watch this point here, and then we're going to come back. I want to ask you a question about Pickleball Global. Nice shot. Does that mean in or out when they go one?
It is out.
It's out, so they're calling that ball out. Tell us a little bit about Pickleball Global. That's one of your ventures, if you will, in the pickleball world.
Right. Yeah, so Pickleball Global, basically carrying the name of Global, it basically indicates that we want to look above and beyond our beautiful country here. And as you said, like I spent last 2 months in Asia, and just to see that like how pickleball is growing there.
Right. So look at that, a flick of the wrist down the line.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
That's Ben's forte, you know. So
yeah, Ben had the best line. I said, Ben, what's the best part of your game? He said, versatility.
Yeah,
Hit every shot.
And especially his backhand, you know, around the kitchen area, you never know where the ball goes go. You know, either down the line or he flicked the cross court angle.
Looks like he just painted that one.
Yeah.
Talk to me about, so Pickleball Global is your company again that we talked about. One of the cool things that you showed me was the rating system, the ranking system.
The ranking system.
Yeah. Well, I call it rating because I'm still coming up. But
right.
Can you talk about that? It's a site that's up and running. I think it's pickle.global.
Yeah, it's pickleball.global. And so basically, as any other sport, which is individual sport and where people play matches, tournaments, and get points, and so it's like tennis or badminton. You know, I think, or I'm of that opinion that this is the next step for pickleball. Rating is a great thing, but if you lose a match and your rating is going down, that makes the players thinking that maybe they will not play match if they don't have a good doubles partner, and they will just basically not even enter to the tournament. So basically punishing for the players who lose by basically decreasing the rating is not a correct thing, and I think it's not proactive. It's not promoting the to play more matches. Whereas ranking is basically your rating in the practice, and you are rewarded only for the matches which you win, not for those which you lose.
Yeah.
And that is, I think, very proactive. And my personal thing is also tournament directors, they should love it because basically it's proactive. The more you play, the more points you get, the better ranking you get. Plus, ranking, you can compare yourself towards the other players, how you stand. It's not like you alone in your rating figure, but you yourself are comparing to the other ones in the ranking table.
Okay, so right now Dekel serving 2-6, 3-6, 3-6. Then here we go. Going down the line, Ben Johns with a great shot there. Nice touch. Look at that. I mean, you're going from full speed down the line shot to a backhand to.
I mean, especially singles. We know that in the States right now everybody plays doubles. And not very many people are thinking about singles as an option for their game. But I personally think, and that's basically I'm a little maybe different than others.
Yeah,
that
7-3 Johns to Bar.
Yep. If this sport ever will come to Olympics, it will be singles and not doubles, because look at these guys, how they move on the court. It's just the pure athleticism.
Sure.
Here, so.
Yeah, I know you're a big proponent of the singles game.
Yes,
but,
I am. Yeah.
And there's a timeout by Bar.
Right.
We're going to take a little break. So let's talk about your. We know the stats here. 3.3 million players here in the United States. What's it look like? What's the picture look like over in Europe?
Well, Europe probably is not the best example, because Europe is, first of all, it's a climate which is biggest opponent for pickleball. In the United States, you play the sport so many times or so many months outdoors, so you have those facilities already there. In Europe, first of all, many courts, many tennis facilities are clay.
Yeah.
And you don't play pickleball that much on clay, even though there are some facilities in America where they are playing on the clay, and I think Colin Jones is in one of those. But in Europe, you have a climate which is a little harsher, which is a little more colder, and then you need to play indoors, right? And so it's kind of a limitation there. Plus Europe has many sports which are very national. We know that soccer is very big, and so it will take few years for Europe to really embrace pickleball, in my opinion. I mean, countries like maybe Spain, they are really doing well. They are probably the best. England is trying to do things, France maybe, but in general there is not so much of that.
Well, one of the things we did discuss was the World Pickleball Championship that you'd like to see come to fruition. How would you see that? Not giving any of your trade secrets, but what does that look like to you?
Well, obviously, World Pickleball Championship, which basically we had the first edition last year. It was.
Who won the women's finals there?
I don't know. Let me think.
Last name was David, I think. First name Vivian.
Yeah. Honestly, we need to say that Simone Jardine was not playing that tournament, so
a win's a win.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, we need to be.
Hey, as my wife Heather says, when we play in tournaments, we beat the ones we were supposed to beat.
Right. Yeah, no, it's many good players, even the females,
Sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, nice shot by Barr on that backhand. What blows me away about this game is literally guys like that. Like Barr can be 6'3", has a powerhouse boom, probably has 145 plus mile-an-hour tennis serve, and can bring it in here and slow it down and hit a shot like that. Look at that. That's power, grace, and.
I mean, I'm so grateful, Pete, that you picked singles, obviously, because like if the people are watching these matches anywhere outside of the United States, this is a call for tennis players. Hey, come, you are great tennis players. You're early 30s. Come in and play this, because even these two guys, Decobar, I think he was around 500, 600 in the world, ATP ranked. Ben's brother, Colin, was also maybe like 800 or 900 in the world, So we do have a few good tennis players who turn in pickleball.
Sure. Well, I think you're going to see more of that.
Yeah, we would like to see that, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
I mean, did you see that nice slice, backhand slice, how low the ball stayed?
Yeah, I mean, the key is...
It's a completely tennis stroke, when you see that. And compared to tennis, because the ball doesn't bounce that much, you want to rather use more slices and top spins.
Sure.
So, and he did really execute this backhand really well.
Nice shot on the wraparound post.
I think he just missed it.
I'll tell you what, it looked good.
Yeah.
It looked good. So Ben's serving 10-5 for the first game here of the championship match of the Pickleball Mania World Championship coming in. Here comes, and there it is. There's the first game.
We represent NFL players after they're done. Our slogan is life after the game. We're out here, this is not about us finding the next NFL player, but making sure that we are encouraging young people to make sure that they're moving, making sure they're active.
So I think it's important that they get introduced to guys that are actually doing it at an early age to help motivate them in life.
For the little guys, they're down on the ground with them, they're rolling with them, they're making sure that they're taking it easy on the throws.
This is our future, and with the way the world is evolving now, it's good to give these kids as much knowledge as soon as you can, as much as you can.
This just wasn't all about physical and training and stuff. It was also about mental and being aware of your surroundings.
Daddy had surgery and his pain was put to ease.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Hi, I'm Zach Ralph. We've been selling cars for more than 80 years. We're family-owned, family-run, 3 generations strong.
Come see the 2020 Hondas. There's something for every lifestyle.
Whatever you're looking for in your next car, you'll find it at Ralph Honda.
Bill Gray's Burgers and Fish Fries are Rochester's choice because of this, and this, a lot of these, and mostly that.
Gimme Bill Gray's! We welcome you back to the championship match as we pick it up in progress.
Yeah, 5-5 here, second game of the championship match here. Passing shot by Deagle.
And also, with golf, sometimes there's that embarrassment of when you first start, and you're hitting balls in the water, you're missing the ball. Pickleball, if you're an athlete, even if you're not an athlete, but if you're any type of athlete, you can play just good enough to have some fun. In golf, it's a while before you have any fun, and most people, they never have any fun because they just give up.
Well, just that local teaching pro Barry Waddell said the same thing. The learning curve is pretty short. It's pretty small. So yeah, those are good points. Speaking of good points, we got 6-5 bars or 7-5 bars serving to John. Boom.
Nice.
I don't know if it looks as fast on TV because you're watching from different angles. I'm talking to everyone around the world right now, but this is fast-paced. These are like bullets going back and forth. Boom, 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 boom. And if you could hear it, boof, boof, boof.
It's crazy, and even the fact that it's indoor speeds that ball up.
Oh, yeah. Look at that shot. Off the wall, a new shot. The wall ball shot just developed here. That's amazing that even gets a paddle on that.
The other thing about it is, even though the ball moves so fast, when it hits the paddle, the sound, in tennis you anticipate, when you hit the sound, you got a little more time to react. And in tennis, you can always overpower people. Here, even if you're on the defensive, you always got a chance.
Right. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to just we're going to start calling this and see if we're getting down the home stretch here. John's is serving 5-7 down. He's up 1 game, best out of 3 for the finals for the first. It's Pickleball Mania World Championship. Great driving shot. 7-6. 6 serving 7. John's to bar. John's look good. He looks strong. Looks just like he started fresh off the start earlier. Going a little long by John. Saw an opening. B, I like what you said. You're right. You probably have a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Starstruck status when you're playing against someone who brought you into the game, and he happens to be number 1 in the world.
Yeah, that's always tough.
Oh,
that was a great shot right there.
Great passing shot.
That's the one thing about, pickleball compared to tennis. There's no compression with the ball. So the common eye thinks some of these balls might actually be hitting the line, but they're actually out, which when you get in these rec games, a lot of bad calls out there.
Okay, here we go. 2 points away from tying up the championship here. 9-6. Deagle going down the line again.
Shot.
He loves that shot.
It seems like he's consistently been able to hit that line all day today. He's upped his game.
That's not hard to do, Brandon, as you know. 10-6 here on the match game point. Oh, look at this. Great shot by Johns on the defense. Went to the well too often. Great defense by John.
There's a great example in tennis. A ball like that doesn't come back here. Pickleball, with the smaller court, the ball, moving a little bit slower, you always have a chance. And basically it gives everybody a fighting chance. You can be down on the point, come back.
There comes John in a hole down 6-10. Trying to go to the well right there. That is just not fair. That is just.
There you go. There we go.
Wow. Wow. That's a shot. For the 2 people in attendance, that was quite a roar. Amazing shot by Deagle. That was us, by the way, screaming. In the broadcast booth, we're not supposed to get excited like that. But Ryan, you jumped out of your seat.
Oh, man. Good shot there.
That's just good stuff.
That's a great play right there. Yeah. That's definitely. I want to see the slow-mo.
Laura serving for the game here. Tied the championship up 1-1.
Exactly.
And he does it again.
That's a big shot right there.
All right. Well, we couldn't ask for a better finish. 1-1 going into the finals for the Pickleball Mania World Championship.
We represent NFL players after they're done. Our slogan is life after the game. We're out here. This is not about us finding the next NFL player, but making sure that we are encouraging young people to make sure that they're moving, making sure they're active.
So I think it's important that they get introduced to guys that are actually doing it at an early age to help motivate them in life.
For the little guys, they're down on the ground with them, they're rolling with them, they're making sure that they're taking it easy on the throws.
This future, and with the way the world is evolving now, it's good to give these kids as much knowledge as soon as you can, as much as you can.
This just wasn't all about physical and training and stuff. It was also about mental and being aware of your surroundings.
Even the work that I do to change these ex-NFL players' lives, it still is a special place in my heart. Maybe even furthermore, when you get to be able to change these kids' lives.
Hi, I'm Steve Ralph. We've been selling cars for more than 80 years. Our best values are available right now at Ralph Honda.
Come see the 2020 Hondas. There's something for every lifestyle.
Whatever you're looking for in your next car, you'll find it at Ralph Honda.
Mommy hurt her lower back, but they got her back on track at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Bill Gray's Burgers and Fish Fries are Rochester's choice because of this, and this, a lot of these, and mostly that.
Gimme, 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 Bill Gray's. We welcome you back to the championship match as we pick it up in progress.
All right, so here we go. We got Ben John serving 7-4. Okay, side out over to Bar. Again, follow us on all social media at It's Pickleball Mania. You can go to our website, it's pickleballmania.com. Get on our email address or email list, and we'll keep you informed of what's happening in the world of pickleball. Great shot. Oh, pushed it wide.
Good to see Deagle come on. Keep on keeping this thing close.
7-5, right? 5-7, Bar 2, Johns. Here we go. Folks, I'm going to tell you, if you watch it on TV and you think that serve, that's coming right at my face. If Johns doesn't put that paddle, I'm going to eat that. That has some power on it. That's as graceful as it gets. John right dominating at the net, dominating.
Right there just shows the level that they're playing on. I mean, like I said, watching this is not what you're going to see when you go out to your local park. This is pickleball at its highest.
7-6, Johns to Bar. Oh, off the net.
Good patience.
Look at this. Nice shot. Nice playing by both players. John's unable to return it.
What's so great, you see, Ben scrambling there. If he can just get that ball over the net, he's back in the point due to the rules.
Because he's got it in the kitchen.
The way they design this game is just perfect. You always can get back in if you can get that ball back in the kitchen.
Great serve. Oh, a little wide, or long, I should say. And that takes the score to, it's going to be side out. It's going to be John serving Bar, 7-6.
One thing you got to commend, guys here calling their own lines. Usually when they play, there's line judges, but both sportsmen, and due to us not trying to have more than 2 players on a court, no referee. But
look at this.
There you go. That's a great shot right there.
Backhand. Yeah, we didn't want to have McEnroe or Matt Cam in here and cause any controversy on some blown calls, so we're happy for that. 8-6 on a great shot by Johns down the line. Deagle showing a little bit of fatigue.
He needs to take a timeout right now.
Yeah.
He definitely needs to take a timeout. If I was in there, I'd start tying my shoe or,
hold on.
There you go.
He does take a timeout.
Smart play.
Ryan, another great time. A lot of people take timeouts. I think you were in the booth, or Ben was in the booth, take timeouts to stop, that they're bleeding a little bit, that they're fatigued. Kyle Yates took one out. He was up. He came back to tie the score 8-8, but he took a timeout with momentum. And then he came back and he actually won that game. And Ben Johns was commenting on, that's a great thing because you can collect yourself, get that second win, if you will, going into maybe your next run. And this sport definitely has, I call them groupings of points. You could be down 6-0, which Vivian was, who was it? It was the.
That was Ben.
Yeah, it was Ben. He was down 6-0 and came back and beat Stone, right? I mean, and it's just boom, boom, just stay anything, right? Just stay, don't quit, keep your head down, and keep plugging at the basics.
See, the best thing about that is that you know your own body. You can be on a run all you want. If you're out of gas, you want to take that time out and regroup and pick up where you left off. But then, just like Ben did in the first game, you can take that time out when you have a run going against
Look at that shot great shot by Bar down around the post, I should say.
Wow.
Look, like Brandon was just saying, one thing my old tennis coach used to say, tennis
is
one of the few sports. Tennis is one of the few sports that doesn't have a time clock.
That was out. Hold on.
Along with pickleball, being no time clock, you can always come back.
I apologize. That ball was out by Bar. Championship point here. And
there
it
we
is.
go.
There it is. Ben Johns,
Ben
the
Johns.
pickleball. It's Pickleball Mania's
Congrats
world
to the
champion.
Franklin family.
The Franklin family, yes.
Great job, Pickleball Prince.
Well, number one stays number one.
Number one is number one at the It's Pickleball Mania World Championship.
Ben, first of all, congratulations on winning the very first Pickleball Mania World Championship. And I know yesterday we had the chance to talk, and you just talked about how much the pickleball world means to you. And just one message that you could send to all the fans who are watching, who are either pickleball fanatics, that just got introduced to pickleball, whatever it may be, what do you want to tell them about how legitimate this sport is?
Yeah, well, I'd just like to say to all the people that already play pickleball, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got your fix from your addiction. And for everyone else that hasn't seen it played yet, give it a try. It's a blast to play, and it's awesome.
And we're going to close this out by gifting Ben John with his very own Ben John's Franklin magazine. Two champions in our presence right now. Thank you guys so much for watching the very first Pickleball Mania World Championship, and we look forward to seeing your pickleball addiction grow.
We represent NFL players after they're done. Our slogan is life after the game.
We're out here, this is not about us finding the next NFL player, but making sure that we are encouraging young people to make sure that they're moving, making sure they're active.
So I think it's important that they get introduced to guys that are actually doing it at an early age to help motivate them in life.
For the little guys, they're down on the ground with them, they're rolling with them, they're making sure that they're taking it easy on the throws.
This is our future, and with the way the world is evolving now, it's good to give these kids as much knowledge as soon as you can, as much as you can.
This just wasn't all about physical and training and stuff. It was also about mental and being aware of your surroundings.
Even the work that I do to change these ex-NFL players' lives, it still is a special place in my heart. Maybe even furthermore, when you get to be able to change these kids' lives.